L2, dig.
Yeah, I'm gonna come mine with you.
Also, one of those things in here, I will scream.
Oh, if one of those creatures, yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to accidentally fucking mine the iron back. So. Try to be careful. Wait, light. Nope, that's camera. This one. Alright, there. Oh, hey, those are nice. That was the double. Should be right here. Alright. I'm gonna dig around it a little bit. Widen this out. Alright.
I'll try not to let random stones float off into the distance while I mine. Because that can be very catastrophic.
Just tapping square. Fast as possible. The good thing about this iron vein is that it's in a hole, so it's kind of easy, a lot easier.
Wait, can we not use the iron right away? Remember we needed a refinery, a basic one?
Yeah.
So we just need to get basic stone?
Yeah, we need
first.
stone, yeah.
So, how do I fly around? That's the real question.
Triangle, and then you gotta go off into the distance and float.
Yep. Circles down, X is up. If you hold L1, you can turn. Or spin. I'm sorry. That's how you orientate yourself.
Oh.
Now, one thing you should do immediately, you hold R1, and then use your right directional turn on your flashlight. Right, that might not work.
We still got another like 3 minutes before we officially start talking about anything in the stream.
Right.
No, don't float off.
Sure. Also, be aware, your energy bar is Z on the bottom left, and your O2. When it gets low, you have to go back to your ship and sit in your seat. Right now, we just need basic stone.
So, are we making a base out here somehow, or?
We just need basic materials right now.
Yeah, we just need mats.
Oh god, it feels so odd being attached to the ground like this.
Could get used to it.
Also, yeah.
No, this is making me motion sick. Oh god, I gotta stop.
Oh, if you're walking on a rough surface, yeah. On Earth, it wouldn't be a problem, but in space, it's a little weird because everything's uneven.
Why is there iron here?
Don't mind it.
Don't mind it.
We can't use it right now. We don't have a refinery.
I'm staying in this hole because I'm mining stone then.
Hey, one person joined the stream. Hello. Welcome to the stream.
Oh my god. This is actually nauseating. Oh god.
Are you still? I float all the time. I don't want to.
Yeah, I might have to stop. This is hurting.
Don't worry, floating doesn't drain that much energy, so you can float as much as you need to.
Yeah.
It's not energy that's draining anyways, it's H2.
Yeah. And it draws at a very, very slow rate. Now we should be able to refine this in each bracket. Or is it the other? Yeah, production.
Oh, well, there goes the other person. Goodbye. Let's see, put that in there. So.
You can only put a little bit of stone in at a time, so there's...
Well, as long as we always have it crafting, it should keep going, and it should be good.
I just said you can only put like a 2.7k, that's it.
We do have a storage in the back if you saw. A small cargo container.
Where's the survival thing?
The survival is in the front of your ship.
I see that.
Yeah, you can interact with the... If you're looking for the... So you see how you would normally heal? You can just press the touchpad on that and you can interact with that.
Okay, so am I just gonna go ahead and make, you know, the usual?
Yeah, well, yes and no. this time, since we already have technically a starting platform, we would just end up working on improving your ship itself.
Okay, so I still need to turn this down into gravel.
Yeah, you'll still need to do that, and then you'll have to actually take a look at what type of things you want, and
even
basically
though this
experiment.
could technically be later, this needs to be set now. Z, if you die, make sure you don't select space drop pod.
Do not select a new space drop pod, otherwise
yours will be selectable.
Yeah. The one that you actually are on, it will be selectable. If you select the new one, it will delete your old one.
And everything attached to it.
Yep. Alright, it's we're now 6 minutes into the stream, and we can actually start talking about certain things. We only have one person in the stream currently, so but that is fine. The main thing I wanted to actually talk about while we were here was like the state of like gaming itself. Like, you know how games are right now, like how certain games like rely on microtransactions, like especially free-to-play games.
Yep.
Yeah, like the two games that we predominantly played, Destiny and Warframe.
The game cannot just survive on goodwill and wishes.
No, especially if it's like free. However, some games that are free aren't really free if you think about it.
A simple example of that tangent is Destiny and its Battle Pass, where you didn't have access to a lot of stuff, especially the recent one, really.
I mean, technically Destiny is free. You just gotta pay for every single DLC.
It's free. It's free to try. Let's go with that. Now we gotta give it more credit where it's due, because there's games that are much more like savage when it comes to their marketing, such as a very old game that almost everyone knows about, World of Warcraft. That game, you can only go up to level 30, and as of recently, because of their Dragons update, you can now go up to like, I think like level 300 or something, and it is actually insane, because you have all these other people who are like double your level or even triple, sometimes even like 10 times, and you're stuck there because you don't want to put any money in the game. It may be free to play, but it's not truly free to play.
There's plenty of games like that where they get a huge advantage as long as you're paying for it.
Then there's also some free to plays that are just like you're really paying to not grind stuff out. And grinding in video games is a term that people use for when they're farming out resources or like getting a certain item. Some people actually
like what we're currently doing.
Yeah, like what we're currently doing. We're farming out resources to upgrade our ships and stuff.
Well, if it was a different game, to say, oh, this is a speed pass. Pay $20, you get all this stuff for free to boost your way. However, for older games, that'd be a good way to get new players into a game.
Yep.
If you have some form of boost pack to get them caught up at least a little bit.
It's both a good thing and a bad thing depending on perspective and on how old or new the game is, really.
It's a matter of what they offer for you as well to buy.
That too, because it could be really, really silly and give some really insane items.
Talk about it.
No, I'm floating the wrong way. No.
Other tangent you can go is one of the main things of free-to-play games: aesthetic purchases.
Aesthetics. I think everyone really loves aesthetics.
I'm pretty sure that's what keeps a lot of free-to-play games alive.
Like
there can also be a difference in quality as well.
Like Warframe. Oh god.
Warframe and Overwatch especially. A lot of some games really rely on their aesthetics for keeping the player base around.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the same thing. Even if you can buy your way, same thing. Warframe, you can technically buy most anything as long as you have the premium currency. As Warframe has its own market.
Yeah, there is also sometimes a form of trading in some games, and you can actually earn your way out through there. That's also another good thing. It really does depend on the game.
Of course,
games are so broad
they
nowadays.
actually have. They can easily get scammed for extra coins.
That is true. Gaming as a whole has come a long way, but it also...
It's depending more and more on microtransactions against way.
Yeah, because more...
truthfully unfinished games.
I just got crushed.
Immediately they're having to do new patches, new updates, like right after it comes out. Is really ever a truly completed game at this point in time?
I just got crushed.
Did you get crushed by your door? He did.
Oh my.
Laugh at him.
I didn't know that was something that could happen. Oh my god.
Yeah, you have to stand just right in the doorway.
I can see that now.
The architects have taken another.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
But going back to it, another thing is Warframe. You can buy all the stuff you want, but that doesn't mean you can play the game that well.
Yep.
Because it requires at least some brain power to work with its mod system for your weapons and your
Yeah, actually you have to know what you're doing a little bit. Money can only really get you so far.
You'll barely be able to experience any of the game because you can't really do any of the game.
That too. Playtime is also a big factor in some of those games.
And truthfully, I think that's why Warframe is usually up there in pretty much good game design.
As much as a lot of people like poke at it and prod and like call it names, it's not a bad game.
They do that because, for example, a simple example, Destiny was kind of forced to because everyone was actually hopping to Warframe.
Oh yeah, I remember when Destiny was basically having to compete with Warframe. And that was back when Warframe, not Warframe, but Destiny actually costed money to play.
Yeah, I think it still costed like $50 just to buy the game.
Yeah, it did.
I don't know about that one. I got Destiny for free.
No, I know. I'm talking about whenever a while back in Destiny 2. Like when
the problem with that is that when a game is forced to do that, that's when they have to get the microtransactions.
Oh, I see the iron.
A little bit too much.
Like Z, I still have the disc of Destiny 2.
Oh, you still have the disc?
I still have the disc.
Man.
Legendary.
Ancient.
The ancient test.
Oh, this isn't my ship. Hello.
Hello.
I found more iron.
I'm always 5 pieces away from my door at all times, unlike someone.
Who's the... Oh, what you trying to say, huh? I know that the door could crush me.
Doors are dangerous, man.
Yes. Doors are dangerous. My bad. I didn't know the doors do violence.
Probably also depends on how wide the game is, too.
That
again,
is...
comparing Destiny and Warframe, Destiny is very hyper-focused on what it does.
Warframe's kind of ping-ponging everywhere. Like, you got these robots. You're a robotic ninja that can do all these things. They got all these types of tools and gadgets and all these devices. They got giant mechs on top of your already cool robotic ninja devices. You have all this lore. You have pets of all kinds.
Oh, too fast.
No! If you want to do a whole lot of fighting, you could start farming pets and making creations to sell on the market, or you can go fishing.
I'm moving too fast to get to
It's
my
just a
ship.
widescreen. Plus, a lot of their extra stuff that costs their premium currency is also made by other artists,
Other
And
people who
where they
play
can
the
get
game.
commissions.
people who really are a big fan of the game and take real inspiration from the game itself to make these designs and then end up getting their work sold.
And the work so, which both fuels the artist and fuels the game itself.
Game, that's not how I wanted to restabilize, but cool. Yeah, I think the first thing I need to make is a solar panel.
Fair.
I mean, I accidentally get architect again by a door.
Also depends on audience.
Oh yeah, the audience is key when it comes to those types of things.
Okay, so I have to ask, when I make this solar panel, how do I attach it?
Like a wing.
Like, next to my battery, or...
No, you can place it anywhere. It's just got to be connected to the vehicle itself.
Oh.
Most things don't have to specifically be attached to things.
Okay, so once I do, that means my battery will recharge, right? Oh, God. Okay, okay. If I can get back to my ship. Don't worry, just a little technical issues. Oh, God. Okay. Yo, I might have to uninstall a door. Hear me out.
But then you'll let the oxygen out.
Oh, God damn it. I can't let that happen to me. Look, I'm not saying the door is winning, but I'm just saying the door is 2 for 1 now.
Oh my.
Me personally, I'm not gonna keep letting this slide. So I'm gonna assume.
So if you guys are wondering what's
just
happening,
reeled it.
if you guys are wondering what's happening, Z, the person who's dying in the background, currently has these sliding doors right here. He's interacting with the doors at a certain way, but he's super close to the door, so the door ends up accidentally crushing him, and he ends up unfortunately having an accident with said door. Fortunately, that has not happened to me or Moon.
How do
and we're
I
gonna keep
plant
moving
down
on.
the solar panel?
First, you need the base compound, the little materials.
Yeah, no, I made the solar panel. Or do I need a block first before I can place it?
You
You
need
have to have the materials.
You need, yeah, you need to have the material. You need to have the base materials at least, like, like the steel plates or the exterior plates or the glass, and then you need to plop it down on a spot that you prefer. Then you need to start welding it.
Ah, okay. So I need it.
So you just need to find a spot to put it down, and then you can start making it. Are we able to start making
something in your inventory?
Are we able to start
put
making
down.
it? Is that on our progression tree already? The solar panel?
Yeah, solar cell. I have solar cell. I don't know if that's what it is.
I forgot what it was. Progression tree.
I just pressed
There it
L3
is.
to go look. It says solar cell.
Yeah. Is that not it?
I thought it was called a literal solar panel, because that's what it is.
I don't know. Okay.
It's okay if you don't know. It's called it's called a solar panel. What are you looking at?
What's a solar cell?
Good question.
I'm looking at the solar panel though.
How do I make that? Hey, can you share that?
Huh? That is 4 steel plates, 14 construction comps, 12 girders, 4 computers, 32 solar cells, and then 4 bulletproof glass. So you are gonna need those solar cells. So you need to craft those solar cells.
Yo, can you link the thing?
Just go look in your progression tree, or press L3 and go look at your blocks and go to production and medical. I don't think we can make solar panels easily right now. We don't have solar cells like that though. We would first need to make something like a basic assembler before we can do anything like that, or a refinery so we can actually start working, like the basic refinery so we can actually start
Wouldn't we
working on
have
stuff.
to make a base or something then?
No, you can just attach it
No.
to our ship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Seems to be mobile bases.
But yeah, for the remaining duration of this, like we're mainly relying on the ship for everything. Your ship's gonna look weird, but yeah.
It's the same thing how you got microtransactions and all that. This is also equivalent to Destiny, where they're giving every new player a boost, like a really big one. Letting them unlock for certain exotics and they're generally
Oh yeah, they
considered
did do that,
overpowered
didn't they?
early.
Yeah, and then
Which old people don't like, but at the same time, you're bringing essentially a new market into the game.
Yep.
But your older players will not like that because you're constantly giving their stuff for free. But the thing is, they need that new market to keep their fuel going.
I was super surprised to see something like Young Gakamara's Spine being like given out to newer players. A very predominant item in the game. That was like something that I used a lot. I was like, oh, I farmed like crazy to get this, and all the newer players are getting it now. And I was like, well, that sucks. But at the same time, it's also pretty cool to see. I also got a better one from getting it from that thing, so I wasn't too upset. But
there's the only one good thing both in Destiny and Warframe. There's still a lot of stuff that you have to actually do to get. You can't just buy your way into it. You have to actively play the game, do certain quests, which means you have to have good enough gear to do certain things.
To be fair though, Destiny actually does have its own fair share of free-to-play stuff.
Yeah.
Every free roam area is free to do. You can craft stuff for free as well.
Yeah.
And then there is things like a game mode called Dare the Returner, which is 6-man content, 6-player content. They do have raids, they have dungeons and stuff that are also free. They actually have 2 raids that are free for the free-to-play players, along with a dungeon.
To at least give them a taste of what they could be doing.
Yep.
That is also part of it.
And another good thing is the newer elements in the game, which are called subclasses, are not just the best things, fortunately. Like, for example, a lot of the more endgamey stuff are still the main subclasses that started and pioneered the game. That means the free-to-play players still have access to that type of stuff and are able to do that kind of stuff without feeling like they're outed because they don't have this other thing that the other players have.
At the same time, you still have to buy some of the DLCs to get some of the other subclasses as well, though.
Yep, that is true.
Stasis. And technically, even when that came out, it was technically overpowered.
Your voice is shared, right, Moon?
Yes. I tested earlier.
Okay.
I might not be too loud, though.
Oh, that's fine, that's fine. No, I raised everyone's volume, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I just made sure. I just wanted to make sure. And yours is shared too, right, Z? Alright, appreciate it.
Last thing about that, anyone with like a job automatically, of course, has a advantage. So they can have free will to spend money.
Yep.
The door almost went 3-0.
Oh my.
Yo, this door's gonna get a kill streak on me for real, for real.
Because that's the thing where Warframe can come into play, because all this stuff, when you choose to build it, can take even up to 3 days for a frame.
Oh yeah, that is true.
However, you can pay to boost it.
I know Z doesn't like having to wait for those build times because he doesn't have.
I wait at this point.
Yeah, but
because I don't have the money to be spending, so I kind of have to wait.
No, it's not even that. You just don't like the fact that you have to wait for certain things when you know you could have, you got that stuff all in one day, all in one sitting, and you have nothing better to do, and now you're forced to wait.
I think since I have a job, I'm gone most of the day. I can get on, build that and just leave it be. Next time I run on, I can see it. Or I'm not going to be bothered by the wait time.
No, it bothers me heavily.
My feet have attached to the wall and so the floor as I was walking. But either way. And that's like perfectly fine with me, but I said with someone like Z, if he's sitting there and have to wait all the time, he might throw out extra money if they have it just to speed it up.
Yeah, but
They got nothing there to do.
Primary example of that is a friend of ours who we'll just call we'll call them Jay. Jay likes to
Could be considered a what's called a whale.
Yep.
Or they simply why I said that is because they simply dump a crap ton of money into it to try to get things.
And they're very
avenue for
compulsive
that.
when it comes to dumping on that.
Hey, where are y'all
avenue
at?
of that
Oh, I'm
is
floating away. Goodbye.
Gotcha games.
I can't slow down. Goodbye.
Where that is a major thing. What is gotcha? Simplified. Gambling. My favorite.
Essentially. It might as well be.
It
It's
is. You're betting
'Cause
on
you're-
whether you're getting an item or a character or whatever it is. A simple example is, of course, Genshin and Apex. Apex packs and there's the Genshin banners.
Didn't they get rid of loot boxes in a game called Overwatch because of gambling?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe it was in Britain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
that
in
rule.
Britain. Yeah, it was Britain, and is it China too? I don't remember.
I think
I
it
don't
was
think China. Maybe.
I think China started cutting down on it because they removed it from a lot of their games, and they
Yeah.
did get a lot of backlash for it. But they were enforcing it as best as they could because some
money elsewhere.
basically, and the thing is, a lot of people people really hate buying the item they want. They rather have a chance to gamble on getting it for cheaper. But
I see.
Then
Again,
you
that
end up-
depends on the person. Some people actually enjoy the gambling thing,
yeah,
and that's why people like gotcha games. And some people, I said, but like in Warframe, you can just buy the item.
yeah. But the only reason they ended up stopping doing that stuff was because some people would end up, instead of buying what the skin's worth, they would end up spending hundreds and hundreds of
Way
dollars
more.
on the same on that one item they wanted, and they'd get all
On a
these other
chance of
things.
getting it.
Yeah, on a chance of getting it, rather than just spending the $20 and getting the thing that they wanted.
How many times I spent $20 or something just to get the actual item I wanted?
When the actual item's worth like $3 that you could have spent instead.
No. That's what I meant. $20 to get like a bunch of different items rather than gambling on. Oh, hey, look at this one fancy skin that's like here for a limited time, but you have to spin a wheel or something for it,
Yeah.
and you have a very low chance of getting it unless you
However,
like
again,
spin it a
going
bunch
for,
of times.
Again, like Apex, when they have those skins you can buy, they're usually like easily $30. Just for the skin.
And then there's some games that actually promote a thing called FOMO, which in layman terms, fear of missing out, and that essentially is very predominant in some of the newer games nowadays. Like they'll have a special event where they have certain skins, certain items, or anything really. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be a limited time event where this very fun game mode that you only see like once a blue moon pops up, and everyone and their mother now knows about it. But then it's gonna go away after a certain amount of time, and then guess what? You missed out.
Essentially, most games have a seasonal where this is the only time you can get these skins. A lot of times, that's the only time you can get them.
Yep. And then you probably won't see them for another like year and a half, or sometimes even longer.
Yep.
And it's very unfortunate, but it's the way it is, because that's how they get you. That's how they get you to keep playing their
It
game.
is good old gambling. What a man's oldest addiction.
Okay, I got the materials and stuff building for my refinery.
I'm so glad that drilling like funneled out everything you said there, Moon.
Probably should turn down the game volume a little bit.
Oh no, I appreciate the game volume sometimes. I swear to you.
Yo, I promise I haven't almost died to the door again.
Every day he
Yeah.
inches closer.
Yo, I don't like the doors, okay? The doors are out for my life.
Well, you
Why
could
do you think
get
there's this nice big space in between the doors?
there. You know, you could get actually. There's doors that open up differently if you don't want those doors. You can get instead of those sliding doors, you can get vertical doors.
Mm.
They're much safer for you.
Yeah, they indeed are. Especially at the current moment.
Yeah, but I think we kind of got our point across though with what we wanted to talk about today. And I think
That's
I
very
can
broad.
just a little talk about it. And
Indeed.
thank you all for listening, and thank you Moon and Z for actually partaking in my little talk, because I don't think I would have been able to do it by myself without you guys.
Oh, I'm full of stone. Heh,
All right,
nice. Gotta go back.
and
Whoa, too fast, too fast.
I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.
Adios.
I'm actually spinning out of control. Please help.